In this video, we'll show you how to change the front brake hose on your Ford F-150. You can find it on CarParts.com via the link in the description. For safety reasons, we strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Ford F-150 safely. Open the brake fluid reservoir. Turn the disc outwards. This will facilitate the following steps. Place a container to collect the fluid under the caliper, since the brake fluid may leak out. Using a wire brush, brush the bleeder clean before applying penetrating oil to make sure you don't break the trap if it gets rusty. Using a ratchet and a 10mm socket, unscrew the Banjo bolt connecting the hose to the caliper. Then remove it. Here's a tip. You can limit brake fluid leakage during this operation by plugging both sides of the Banjo bolt with Banjo shutter pliers. Disconnect the ABS sensor cable from the brake hose. Disconnect the vacuum lines using a fork. You can also use a screwdriver to help you. Using a ratchet and a 10mm socket, unscrew the bolt securing the brake hose bracket. Then move the bracket aside. Disconnect the vacuum lines using a fork. Then fasten them with a zip tie.
For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now.
Using a wire brush, start by brushing the metal hose connection and spray it with penetrating oil. Using a 13mm open ring wrench, undo the metal hose connector from the brake hose while it is still on its support. Remove the brake hose retaining clip. You can use a pin punch and a hammer to help you. Depending on the state of corrosion, we even recommend using adjustable pliers. Using a 13mm open ring wrench, unscrew the metal hose connector from the brake hose. Using a 16mm wrench to keep the brake hose from rotating. Finish unscrewing the hose. You can now remove the hose. Here's a tip. You can limit brake fluid leakage during this operation by plugging the metal hose connector with stopper pliers. You can order the brake hoses used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Take the new brake hose. Place a Banjo shutter plier on the hose. Remove the shutter pliers from the metal connector. Screw the metal hose connector back on part way. Use a 16mm wrench to keep the brake hose from rotating. You can now finish tightening the metal hose connector. Then put the retaining clip back in place. You can use a screwdriver to help you. You can now cut the zip tie with wire cutters. Reconnect the vacuum lines. Screw the brake hose mounting bracket back on. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Reclip the vacuum lines to the brake hose bracket. Replace the ABS sensor cable in its slot. Get the new copper gaskets in the Banjo bolt. Put a gasket on the Banjo bolt. Remove the shutter pliers from the hose. Install the assembly on the hose. Then put the second gasket on the Banjo bolt. Screw the Banjo bolt that connects the brake hose to the caliper back in until it makes contact. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. You can now clean the junction between the metal connector and the brake hose with brake cleaner to remove the brake fluid, which can be corrosive. When replacing a brake hose, you need to bleed the brake fluid system to remove air from the system. To do this, we suggest watching our video, How to Bleed the Brake Fluid System Ford F-150. After bleeding, remember to clean the caliper disc assembly with brake cleaner. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put the car back on the ground and block the wheels properly. Don't forget to screw the brake fluid cap back on before starting the car. Operation complete.
Quality parts, priced right, CarParts.com.